Birdie Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back to watch CIX's long-awaited comeback, Jungle. We're both pretty excited.
Yeah, it was extremely long-awaited because it was originally supposed to happen in the summer, but then Pye Jin Young had an injury, so now it's postponed until today. We've watched the teasers and we were both really intrigued, which is why we are willing to wake up early for this. Alright, ready? Let's go?
Let's go.
Also, I forgot to say, we also were intrigued by the teaser and liked what we saw from the first two releases of theirs. What does it say?
Is it Italian?
It's a different language. It's one of the Romance languages, I think.
Yeah. I already love it.
They're using bird sounds. Dramatic piano.
Oh, the veins up the side of his neck in that shot.
Are they using like an organ sound? Are you kidding me? Oh.
What?
That's really nice. I really like this.
I do too. Sorry, I'm so quiet, but I really like it.
I know. That's how you can tell we like it. Oh. When I heard the run in the teaser, it made me think of that Vine.
You just aged us.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Oh, so is that
In the back?
was that Pye Jin Young in the back? I can't tell.
I didn't see his face.
I liked the like growl into his line.
Oh, but I was gonna say, I always forget that like they're on the younger side when I watch them dance.
Well, it's not.
No,
they're
on
not
the younger
super
side.
young. No.
They're like Pye Jin Young and the others.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But the older members aren't. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. Wait.
All the backup dancers became the chains in that part. That was cool.
I need to look this up later, but is it... I don't know, during the rap section, the lines like love, chaos, anger made me think, is it one of those based on...
That's so cool. Most of my comments are just clarifying things that I started to say or wanted to say while watching the music video, but I just could not form complete thoughts. So first, back to the comment that I made where I was like, they dance so much older than I think. Anna, I understand what you mean, because they are on the older side when you think about like, oh, they're not like all born post 2000. But what I mean is that when you watch them dance and like the way they're performing this choreography in the music video especially, you got me, yeah. It feels like they have years in the industry. Like they feel so much more mature and so much more like experienced when they're dancing. Usually it takes years in the industry to get to the point where you can really like feel the music and dance the way that they're dancing. But just a couple of other things that really stuck out to me when I watched the music video. Everything. So first, after the first chorus, there's the breathing noises and it's like the super labored breathing. And in the dance too, I hope it's in the actual dance and not just for the music video, but they do these like chest contractions over, and it's so powerful because they're not just like heaving, it's like actual contractions where they are pushing their body and like pushing the air out of their body, and it's a beautiful moment. I mean, it's haunting and creepy and like all these other feelings, but it's like that hauntingly beautiful. Wow, I loved it. And then also there's like the run. And then they have the dance breakdowns. After the run, the movement is so interesting to me because it's not like you would expect where they're like actually like getting away or like lighter movements or something. It's even more weighted down than the rest of the song. And it's like they're having to fight their own bodies to do this movement, and it just matches the concept and everything so well, and I was just like, wow. And then also I love how the dance was mimicked in the music video, or maybe the music video was mimicked in the dance. I don't know which one was created first, like conceptually, but a couple of examples, like when they during the second pre-chorus, I'm pretty sure it's Yoongi singing, the dancers start latching onto him and he's like pulling his body away, and then it switches to the like artistic music video shot and the vines are taking him in. Or like I mentioned during Pyonggon's rap, when like the dancers are like pulling him and then it switches and it's like chained in the music video. And then on the topic of the music video, oh my gosh, I love this concept. This concept was like made for me. It's just so dark and creepy and like horror film. And like it's just a few days away from Halloween, so it's perfect timing. It's just like this dark and twisted but still beautiful. The skeleton covered in gold, and then like the fire going up just makes it look beautiful. And wow, I just loved everything about this. Like I really just loved everything about this, so I'm gonna stop talking. Anna's turn.
I wanted to say, it's really funny because based on our commentary and reactions, you would think that we're like huge fans of them, but the thing is we like know practically nothing about them. So that just means that these are like super genuine. Also, before I start music comments, I was like saying that the music video made me think of something, but I didn't have time during our break to like properly research it so that I could properly articulate it. But I was thinking like some of the shots in the music video and like the way some of the lyrics were worded made me think, is it taking inspiration from like, you know, like the Iliad, like those tragedies? Mm-hmm. It made me think of that, but I'm not sure, so I'll look it up later. But now to talk about the music. It was just giving me so much drama and I loved it. So starting off the bat, like it's only piano and voice, which is already like pretty dramatic, and it's like that throughout the whole first verse. And also their voices have a little bit of an echo effect to it as well. So it's like, oh, dramatic. But then in the pre-chorus, it's an organ sound instead. So already from drama, they're leveling up the drama even more because organ sounds are very dramatic. But then one thing that I thought was beautiful during the pre-chorus, especially the first time it happens, and the second half of the pre-chorus, they add the background harmonies. And yeah, background harmonies are great, but the thing is, when it has been only the organ and voice, and then the harmonies added blend so seamlessly with the organ. When they initially come in, you're like, oh yeah, this is vocals, but then it's blended so well, and not just an effect, you can hear how their voices and like their tones are matching with the organ sound. So it just creates this beautiful, just like, here is sound and you're going to love it. And I did love it. And the thing is, like, the drama that the music is creating works so perfectly with everything that you're seeing in the music video because it is so dramatic and you're just like being pulled in. But then also talking about the pre-chorus, it has something to do with the rhythms and like the instruments that they're using. And there are other points in the song that made me think of this, but the pre-chorus especially gives me very strong like Hozier Take Me to Church vibes. And the thing is, this song is so interesting to me because for the most part the instrumental is fairly simple. Like it doesn't have a lot of layers, but it doesn't get repetitive. Like you aren't bored of it, you don't get sick of it because they use different instruments and change things up to make it more interesting. So like the second verse, the piano line is a bit jazzier. The lines that they're using, the notes that they're willing to venture into make it a bit more jazzier. And then in the second chorus, it counts on 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's like the first time it does it. It keeps the song moving, like it is actually telling a story and like moving up and down. I have spoken so much, I've already accepted the fact that this is going to be a long reaction. But 2 more things. 1, the rap section was really interesting to me because usually lately in K-pop, the format of songs has been lately, it's either rapping during the verses and then like pre-chorus is more like the singing sections, or if they're singing during the first verse, then the second verse is going to be a rap section and then the bridge is more like a different genre style of music for singing. But this was interesting because both of the verses were singing, but the bridge was the rap section. I don't know, you just don't see that format of song a lot lately. And then the last thing I'm going to say is, I haven't really talked about it yet during my comments, but I really like their voices like a lot. They're all great, especially for having debuted for like only a year now. Like you were saying, their dancing feels like years older than they are. Their singing feels that way too, like the musicality and the tone that they have as well. I feel like this is one of the ones where we are willing to like write a whole research paper on it.
Yeah.
So if y'all want that, let us know. But Peyton, do you want a TLDR?
I don't know what to say. I'm still speechless. TLDR. CIX's long-awaited comeback, Jungle, is finally here. A few months too late. Peyton Young, we're glad that you're healthy again. It was worth the wait though because this was amazing. It literally rendered us both speechless and then we had way too much to say. Everything about it, the drama, the song, the dance, everything was just amazing. We loved it all.
Because we were already intrigued by the first 2 releases, and then after this one, I think CIX is like a group that we really want to keep our eyes.
I'm gonna watch you.
We're gonna yeah. But that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction video, also are super impressed and attacked by this comeback, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!